What are you going to be positive for?
Drugs,
Well, I wasn't with you, so what type of drugs?
the kind that for methamphetamines.
All right, so when's the last time you used meth?
24 hours ago.
Dora Bravo appears in court on a state jail felony drug possession charge and accepts a plea, agreement that allows her to seek deferred adjudication instead of serving time in custody.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 011954 State versus Dora. Dora Bravo, can I have parties announced?
Megan Galloway for the state.
Michael Bellable from Miss Bravo.
And are you Miss Bravo?
That's fine.
I'm gonna need you to keep your voice up one so that I can hear and so the court
Yes,
reporter
ma'am.
can hear. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, thank you. Counsel, have you received all discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes,
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Bravo, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, probation, there's an application in this case. Ms. Bravo, did you review the true bill of indictment?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
yes, we do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Bravo, did you review court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Your charge is possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering that plea, you are giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication? If for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I believe she does.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes,
Ms. Bravo, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at an $800 fine. State recommends community supervision, well, deferred adjudication. They're taking in consideration 2025 AL 005470. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
yes,
State?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, are there any such motions?
no, ma'am.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation, community service restitution hours, no contact with Roberto Avalos Jr. and JCPenney stores, the life skills course, and the anti-theft course. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State, any evidence?
State offers states one in attachments.
No objections.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing state's exhibits one and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes,
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
we just asked the court follow the recommendation from the state.
All right, are you employed?
Hold on.
How do you support yourself?
Um, My boyfriend,
Who is your boyfriend?
Pedro
Pedro who?
Diaz.
And what happened to Roberto Avalos?
What do you mean, what happened to him?
I mean, you were in a car with him. Is he no longer in your life?
No, he's incarcerated, but nobody stated that I was dating him. I was just getting a ride from him,
All right, did you know him before you accepted a ride from him?
Yes, I did.
All right, and how did you know him?
Friend of family.
Do you have any children?
I do.
What are their ages?
He is 15.
And who is the 15-year-old with?
He is with his uncle and his guardian.
And when you're drug tested today, what are you going to be positive for?
Marijuana.
And what else?
Um,
Now, that's not just about it. Do you want to get drug tested today? So here's the thing. I am trying to set conditions for you so you'll be successful on probation. In order for me to do that, you need to be honest with me. All right? So if you use before coming to court, that's not a violation of your probation because you were not on probation. So what are you going to be positive for?
Drugs.
Well, I wasn't with you. So what type of drugs?
The kind that for methamphetamines.
All right. So when's the last time you used meth?
24 hours ago.
Okay. Do you have any family support?
Yes. To a certain extent, yes.
All right. Who's supporting you as far as someone you can go to help you maintain your sobriety?
My brother.
Your brother?
My oldest brother.
Okay. When's the first time you started using?
In 2017.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. There's going to be an $800 fine that will be probated. 3 years deferred adjudication. Proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. There's to be no residing with minors. Take in consideration 2025 AL 005470. There's going to be 100 hours of community service restitution. Once parenting is completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. There's to be no contact with Roberto Avalos Jr. No contact with J.C. Penney stores. Counsel, I'm not going to do the anti-theft course because I think the theft course is related to the drug issues. And I think if that problem is solved, then there'll be no need for the other. But I am going to recommend the life skills course. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. In custody, there's to be a TAP evaluation, follow recommendations, and also a referral to felony drug court. Probation is, and field visits, 1 time per month for 6 months. Probation, is there anything else? All right, did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. We can go off the record. This is why you're going in custody. You are extremely high today. And if I allow you to walk out of here, what's going to end up happening is you're going to use more meth,
No.
and who knows what will end up happening. You may get some bad drugs.
Why
but-
couldn't you give me the benefit of the doubt? I just got out on bond. I'm trying to I'm trying to change. I'm doing what I'm.
I know,
supposed
this
to.
is going to help you. All right, thank you.
How long am I gonna be gone? When am I-
Thank you, counsel. It's to help her.
I understand.
And they should be, a felony drug court will probably be able to see her before the week is out.
Okay.
All right. All right, this plea bargain page is, let's go off the record. All right, so there's an issue with the plea bargain. The plea bargain doesn't, the plea bargain says punishments be assessed at 2 years. It doesn't say whether or not the state is opposed to the application or recommending probation.
On the bottom, below the line.
No, they say, I mean, but they're still supposed to say, I mean, are you all silent?
State recommends.
All right,
We discussed that a few minutes ago.
all right.
Below the line. No, my initials on two, Judge.
Yes, please. All right, we're back on the record. So you're here for sentencing. According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is recommending community supervision. They're asking that your punishment be assessed at 2 years in the prison. And they're requesting that your community supervision also be for a length of 2 years. Have both parties had a chance to review the top evaluation and PSI report, state,
Yes, Judge.
defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection, state,
No, Judge.
defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right. So according to the TAP evaluation, they're recommending inpatient treatment. It appears that you do need inpatient treatment. Do you agree with that?
Sure.
Right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Gregory Gonzalez related.
All right, so they're asking for inpatient treatment and state you may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
It appears that you do need treatment. And the reason why I say that is you have previous history where you didn't do well on probation. Your probation was revoked. You were sentenced. And a lot of your cases, they're all drug cases, except for a couple. And in one case, I think this is wrong. They said you were sentenced to 1 year in prison, but I believe that's supposed to be 1 year state jail facility. And then there's another one where you're sentenced to 3 years in prison, and all of this is from drug use. So it appears to the court that you do need inpatient treatment. So here's the thing. I can follow your agreement. You're going into inpatient treatment. You're going to remain in custody, going to transfer you to inpatient treatment. I can ask that he also be referred to felony drug court. Felony drug court, of course, is at capacity. They may have room for him. They may not. They may put him on a waiting list. But I think he needs inpatient treatment. So I can do that. Or if you say, you know what, I don't want to do this at all. They've already agreed, according to your plea bargain agreement, that your minimum, well, the maximum amount of sentence I can give you is 2 years. So you're going into somebody's inpatient treatment program. So if you don't want to do that, tell me now, and I'll just send you to prison for the 2 years. All right, off the record for a moment. Bashan, I'm going to send you an email. It's unrelated to this case. I think that person is trying to go to RMS for testing. Oh, she's still here. Hi. No, she's not. My glasses are off. Oh, that is not you. Okay. All right, so I'm going to send it to you because I think she went somewhere else. So I sent you the email. All right, we're back on the record. So you have a choice. If you want to go to prison, I can send you to prison for 2 years. Otherwise, I'm following this recommendation for inpatient treatment. I'll do, like I say, I'll do a referral to felony drug court. If felony drug court is at capacity or they don't accept you, you'll be going to inpatient treatment because that's what they're recommending.
The judge, there was another, while you were doing that other matter, he was asking about his good time. I can't promise him a good time other than the time he's been, his back time, he's been in jail since December 3rd.
I mean, the only thing I can give you credit for is time that you were in custody, whether they're giving you 2 for 1 or whatever they're doing at the jail, that's completely up to the jail. If I sentence you to 2 years in prison, that's saying at most you're going to get 2 years in prison. So no one can give you more than the 2 years that I was sentenced you to. Now, whether someone is giving you good time credit or giving you, counted it as less, technically as less than the 2 years, that's up to the institution. I have no control over that.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
On the south side, but I'll give it to one.
Okay, but DDC, they may give it to you. She's trying to do it, she can't do it. All she can do is give you the background to do something. It could be 6 months now.
So for example, if you have been at the Bear County Jail for 6 months, and I say you get credit for any time that you've been in custody, at least you're getting 6 months. Now, if the jail is doing 2 for 1, 3 for 1, or whatever they're doing, that's completely up to the jail. So there's no good for you to write me a letter and say, hey, I was supposed to get, 8 months credit because I was supposed to be getting 2 for 1 or 3 for 1 at the jail. That's the jail's calculation. The only thing that I can say is, this is what you're getting credit for.
And this time, in this case, would be back to December 3rd.
Okay, and then felony drug court.
Only drug court will be a conditional.
I think that you said that you would recommend felony drug court.
Yeah, but felony drug court may not be able to accept you because they may be at capacity. And if they're at capacity, you'll be placed on a waiting list and they'll probably send you to inpatient treatment until they have a space for you. And that's a 2-year program. So I will place you on probation for at least 3 years because that program is 2 years. And if you successfully complete that program, sometimes they'll recommend that your probation be terminated early because you successfully completed their program. But their program is a minimum of 2 years.
Judge, he would like to apply for drug court.
All right, but here's the thing. I want you to hear me and internalize what I'm saying, because it sounds like you really want to do drug court. I can't force drug court to accept you. If they're at capacity, then they're at capacity. But when drug court interviews you, you need to be 100% honest with them. You understand?
Yes.
All right. So this is what the court will do. The court will sentence you. I'm sorry, because another judge took this plea. Did he enter a plea of no contest or guilty?
I believe it's guilty.
I'm sorry?
Guilty.
All right. And for the record, the court did read the stipulations and the court is finding that there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 2 years in prison, suspended and probated for 3 years. With regards to the drug testing, they're saying that, I think I've read it somewhere. They're saying that it's $220 for drug testing. Are you in agreement with that amount? That seems very high.
Well, I was gonna ask that it's normally 65 in that neighborhood. Maybe we got a new lab that charges the county a little more. Gregory says he'll abide by that price.
Okay.
That's a little.
It was a little.
Yeah,
high,
it's a little steep there.
Yeah.
65. I saw 220 and I was thinking maybe it ran 3 tests. I don't know.
All right, so we'll do 200, but I'm not giving you a fine, so $220 for drug testing. And that's to be given to SAPD. In custody, the following. There's a referral to felony drug court. If not accepted in felony drug court, then SATA, proof of employment within 45 days of release, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, field visits 1 time per month for 6 months, 60 sober meetings in 60 days. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
12, she just turned 12 this month, or last month.
All right, there's gonna be 100 hours of community service restitution. Once he completes parenting classes, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. All right, probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No,
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question of what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes,
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, in this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If you have an issue, let your probation officer know about it. If you feel that you're gonna use, or that you are maybe backsliding, heading into relapse, pick up the phone, call your probation officer. Your attorney will tell you that once you're placed on probation in this court, I'm hoping that you're gonna be successful. Everybody wants you to be successful. You understand?
yes, ma'am.
I take no pleasure in sending people to prison, but he will tell you, I will send people to prison, but I take no joy in doing that. So you need to be clean and sober for your 12-year-old. If you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for your 12-year-old. You should be doing it by yourself, but if not, do it for your 12-year-old. And if you don't get your life together and be clean and sober, somebody else is going to raise your child. She's going to be calling somebody else dad, not you. And then the last thing you want is for somebody to have to identify your body because you've overdosed, or somebody is visiting you at the jail. I don't think you want your daughter to have to come visit you at the jail, right? So where you are now in your life, hopefully it's not where you're going to end up. We're all on this journey of self-improvement. So this is a chance for you to improve yourself. I know you've been unsuccessful on probation before, gone to prison before, but this is another chance, an opportunity for you to do better, okay? All right, good luck to you. Thank you.
Judge.
All right, court is calling 2025 CR 003315 State versus Melissa Gonzalez. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Zach Dunn for the state, Your Honor.
David Andre Woodard for Ms. Gonzalez.
And are you Miss Gonzalez?
Yes, I am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I have, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Gonzalez, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense, a Class A misdemeanor.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Did you review the admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, I did.
All right, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault causing bodily injury as family violence. That is a Class A misdemeanor. The range of punishment is up to a $4,000 fine and up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. Did you understand?
Yes, I did.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, I did.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
She has, Judge.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
She does.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
She is, Judge.
Ms. Gonzalez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, I am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, I am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault, bodily injury, family violence. They're recommending deferred adjudication. This is run concurrent with 2024 CC 740127. We're taking in consideration 2024 PF 22550, and there's an affirmative finding of family violence. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Judge.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 1 year and there be no contact with the complainant. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, I did.
Then to the lesser included offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. State offer states 1 and attachments.
No objections, Judge.
All right, and state, have you spoken with the complainant?
Your Honor, the complainant has indicated their lack of cooperativeness with the district attorney's office.
All right, thank you. You may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Did you review the stipulations with your attorney and the waivers?
Yes.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We just ask the court to follow the recommendation, Judge.
All right, so what's going on in your life? Why are you doing this?
I have a problem with alcohol, but I owned up to it, and I did take some classes, some rehab classes, and currently on my second DWI, but I'm learning from my mistakes, and I also was on CPS, and to this day I can't even see my daughter because my dad, I can't even be around my dad, so I can't even be around my daughter. CPS case got closed, thank God. I just want to be back with my daughter. I miss her whole kindergarten year, and I just want to be back.
But see, here's the thing, part of being clean and sober, when you're learning from things, you got to own up to your role. It's
Exactly.
not like, these were not mistakes, these were choices. I have yet to meet somebody who said, you know what, my intention is to go out and drink and get intoxicated. Nobody ever says that because nobody ever thinks they're going to pick up a DWI. But it happens because people don't plan. But people do make choices to drink, right? And then this whole thing with your father, you should probably be grateful that there was somebody there to take your daughter in. Because if it wasn't for your father, then your daughter probably would have been taken in by a complete stranger. And I used to do CPS cases, and you know what ends up happening? That family is supposed to be there. The foster family is supposed to foster your child until you're back on your feet. But usually what ends up happening is the foster family falls in love with the child, right? And they want to keep the child. And then based upon your actions and what you've been doing, your parental rights could have easily been terminated and your child would have been adopted by complete strangers because they love small, young children, right? So instead of saying it's your father's fault, that's what you make it sound like it's your father's fault. You can't see your child. It's not. It's yours.
Right.
Yeah. And I will tell you right now, until you get your life in order, yeah, your father needs to protect your daughter. Maybe if you get your life together and show your father that you're doing better, that you're not drinking, that you're maintaining your sobriety, maybe I'll consider lifting the no contact order, and maybe he'll consider allowing you to see your daughter. But right now, you got to get yourself together. So you only have the one child?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you employed?
I am.
What do you do?
I'm a cook at Twin Peaks.
Oh, okay. See, people come and they say they cook. Then my question is, what is your specialty there? What are you cooking? I've never been to Twin Peaks.
We have all kinds of things, steak, shrimp, salmon, pizzas, wings.
If I were to go there, what is something that I should just say, hey, this is what I'm ordering?
Depends on what you like. I mean, me personally, I would go for a steak.
All right. So I'm gonna have to go to Twin Peaks and order a steak. And if it's not any good,
On me.
all right. If it's not good, I'm gonna be like, hey, Melinda Gonzalez told me to order this. I was gonna do the shrimp, but okay.
Or the shrimp and chicken is good.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna try it. I'm always interested in when people say they work at different restaurants, you know, what I should try. All right. So where you are today, not gonna where you're gonna end up. We're all on a journey to improve ourselves, right? So you still have a chance to be in your daughter's life, but you're gonna have to do your part, okay?
Exactly. Yes, ma'am.
All right, it's gonna be 1 year deferred adjudication. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Off the record for a moment. And to your note, she doesn't have to come back if you all have done everything. All right, back on the record. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. Proof of employment within 30 days. No employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. There should be no contact with the complainant. That's Rudy Gonzalez. This will run concurrent with 2024 CC 740127, taking consideration 2024 PF 22550. There's going to be 80 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once you completed those, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Field visits 1 time per month for 2 months, and then do a TAP evaluation out of custody. Follow recommendations. Are you doing any sober support meetings?
Sober support? Yes, my family.
All right. How often do you do them?
Every day.
All right. So we're going to do 60 sober meetings in 60 days. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, I did.
Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? Because there's an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. I want everyone to be successful on probation. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know about it. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to court and address it with me, all right?
Thank you so much.
All right, good luck to you. I'm gonna try that steak.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
The judge grants 1 year of deferred adjudication with strict conditions, including parenting classes, sobriety meetings, employment verification, community service, and no contact with the complainant. The court also enters an affirmative finding of family violence, restricting firearm possession and custodial rights, while emphasizing that maintaining sobriety and stability will be key to rebuilding her relationship with her child.
Hello, thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Thank you. All right, court is calling 2025 CR 005411, State versus Roxanne Marie Hayes. Could I have parties announced?
Andrew Harris Sadelman for the state.
Sean Sheffield for defending. We're ready.
And are you Ms. Hayes?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I did, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Probation, this is an application. Ms. Hayes, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Judge, waiving count one, proceeding on count two.
No objection.
Did you review the admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
In count two, you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 1 grams to 4 grams as a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
She has to sign.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
She does, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Hayes, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promise you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 2. They're asking that your punishment be assessed at a $2,000 fine. They're recommending deferred adjudication, and they're asking for restitution to SAPD for drug testing. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 5 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 200 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offense in count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State, any evidence?
Should be contained in Exhibit 1 and attachments, Judge.
No objection, Your Honor.
State, you may be excused.
Thank you.
Did you review the document entitled waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in, the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements, police reports, and laboratory reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, we just asked the court to follow his recommendation.
All right. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
16 and 11.
Who do they live with?
Me.
Are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
Right now I'm doing Lyft, but I used to work for CPS.
I'm sorry, what?
CPS.
What is
Energy.
CPS? Oh, CPS Energy. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Clean.
All right, when's the last time you used?
About 5 years ago.
I'm sorry, what?
5 years ago.
All right, this case is not from 5 years ago.
Your Honor, that it was not for her consumption regarding the drug.
All right, so I don't even understand. Is Child Protective Services involved?
No, Your Honor.
I don't understand why not. So I have concerns, and these are my concerns. She has a 16-year-old and 11-year-old living with her. And according to what I'm reading in the police report, she was dealing, and the car is smelling of marijuana, and then the car has license plates that don't belong to the vehicle. It comes back as a different vehicle. Then she has this person who's with her. Who is that?
My husband.
All right, then, so you have her husband who's involved in all of this, and they have a 16-year-old and an 11-year-old at their home. That's an issue.
I understand, Judge. As you can see, this is a little older case. This isn't just from a month ago or a couple months ago. I do not believe she has any priors. I believe there was a prior charge, but it was dismissed. This was a one-time thing, Judge, and she has been on the straight and narrow since then, and even prior to that, Your Honor, she has.
All right, so let me just tell you what's gonna happen. I'm gonna follow your agreement, but I'm gonna have you drug tested today. If that drug test comes back as positive, then she's going into the Bexar County Jail to be transferred for inpatient treatment.
Okay.
All right, probation. On this case, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 6 years deferred adjudication. I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Please tell probation to check on the children. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. Do you have your driver's license or identification with you?
Yes.
Okay. There's going to be a $2,000 fine. That will be probated.
Thank you, Judge.
Restitution to SAPD for drug testing. There's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to require that she completes parenting classes. Once that's completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. There's to be proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And with regards to the no employment with minors, that includes if somebody wants her to babysit, you're not allowed to babysit. There's to be a TAP evaluation out of custody, follow recommendations. And I'm going to ask for a UA today. So once probation goes over your conditions, you're going to leave directly from here and go and obtain your UA.
Okay.
Probation, is there anything else? Yes. All right, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And I just have a question for myself. We can go off the record. So where were your children during this entire, at home alone?
No, with my parents. My parents live with me.
All right, so now I know who's raising the children.
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, I mean, you were not doing it that night,
It was one night.
but you, according to the police report, you all were smoking marijuana in the vehicle
I'm allergic
because the
to
car
marijuana.
smelled like, oh, you're allergic to marijuana, but y'all driving around with marijuana in the vehicle and the smell of marijuana. I find that very odd. I have some more luggage to unpack with her, but before I unpack that luggage, I want you to speak with probation, and then you're immediately going over to felony drug court.
Okay.
And probation, put her on the UA hotline. Everybody's allergic to marijuana, but they're always around it. All right. I guess maybe hot boxing was in the vehicle. Who knows? All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. The court is calling 2025 CR 004128 State versus Simon Alexander Garza. Can I have parties announced?
Jason Gearhead for the state, Your Honor.
Marissa Javico, Clarissa Pratt for Mr. Garza.
And are you Mr. Garza?
Yes.
All right, defense has filed a motion for a bond reduction. The bond is currently set at $150,000. They're asking that the bond be reduced to $50,000. Is there an agreement?
No, there's not.
All right, defense, you may present whatever evidence you wish to present to the court.
Thank you, Judge. I'd just like to call my client Simon Garza.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Simon Alexander Garza.
All right, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Simon, how old are you?
I'm 21.
Can you tell the judge a little bit about where you're at in your life at?
I just finished a clinical medical assistant program. I'm a certified medical assistant now. I was going to start my job the day after I had gotten arrested. I was also preparing to study for the EKG exam. My family's here in San Antonio. I have a fiance. I've just recently been engaged, and I'm seeking to marry her soon.
Are you from San Antonio?
Yes.
And you mentioned you had gotten a job. Where was your job?
Texas San Antonio Orthopedic Group.
Rested spontaneously, or did you turn yourself in?
I received a call and I went willingly.
So you turned yourself in?
Yeah.
Okay. And have you ever been arrested before?
No, never.
And the incident that you were arrested on, when do you know when they're alleging it took place?
I believe October 13th of 2023.
2023?
Yeah.
So it's been approximately almost 2 years, but a year and a half?
Yeah,
Okay. Have you been arrested since this incident?
I have not.
Okay. And were you arrested or told that charges were coming on the day of the the day of the incident?
I was not.
Did you have a driver's license on that day?
Yes.
Do you still have your driver's license?
Yes.
Do you drink alcohol?
I don't.
Do you do any drugs?
I don't.
Do you have any kids?
I don't.
Okay. What family do you have here?
I have my mother, all my siblings. My father's passed away. I have all of my uncles and cousins as well.
And your fiance lives here?
Yes, my fiance and her family as well.
Okay. And if you were to get out, where would you live?
With my mother.
Okay. Is your fiance living with your mother too, or just?
She's living with her mother.
Okay. And do you know if you still have your job at the?
I was told that I'm able to reapply and work as
Okay.
soon as I'm available.
Okay. The current bond is set at 150,000. Are you able to make that bond?
I'm not.
Have you and your family tried to make that bond?
We've attempted.
Okay. You've called bond company?
Yes.
Okay. Do you own a home?
I don't.
Okay, does your fiance own a home?
She does not.
Do you have any vehicles or any other property that you could sell?
I don't.
If the judge were to reduce the bond to $50,000, do you think that you would be able to make that bond?
I think that'd be, yeah, I'd be able to make that.
I'll pass the witness.
Yes, sir. You stated that you had not been arrested or anything since this incident happened. On October 31st, 2023, were you pulled over for speeding 86 miles an hour in the 70?
I believe.
Yeah, I'm not object, it goes beyond the scope. A speeding ticket is not an arrest.
No, that objection will be overruled. I understand what you're saying, that it's not arrest, though.
And I'm just asking if he was stopped for that, not whether he's convicted or not. So at that time you had a vehicle, is that correct?
It was not my one.
Because I'm assuming that just the vehicle that you were driving on October 13th, 2023 was totaled in the incident. So after you allegedly have sped just 2 weeks after this actual incident happened, is that correct?
Judge, I'm gonna object. It goes beyond the scope of a bond hearing.
Well, with regards to the speeding. So my understanding of the question, and correct me if I'm wrong, the question is whether or not he was speeding, and that speeding incident is unrelated to the facts of this case. Am I correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, so in considering bond, I have to consider safety of the community. So with regards to his speeding and allegedly, and saying that he was going 83 miles per hour, then the court needs to hear that. So the court will hear that. I don't think it's beyond, and I'm finding that it's not beyond the scope of this. State understands that they're not to get into the facts of this case. But in regards to the speeding, the state is allowed to ask or ascertain that you have the speeding, and then this is alleged to have occurred after the speeding. So that's as far as I'll allow the state to question him about the facts of the case. You may continue.
And Judge, I'll move on. I mean, since I believe I've already presented to the court of the community's safety reasons. Now, you say you have family, probably friends here. Have you gone about trying to borrow any money? Have you gone about having any type of raising money for you to actually make this bond at all?
We have.
And how much have you raised?
Just, I'm not sure the actual.
Okay. And then in this current case, you're aware that you're charged with manslaughter, correct?
Yes.
And you're aware that somebody has died.
Um,
And any other assets, for instance, how do you get around, or before you were arrested, how were you getting around town?
I was taking the bus for a while, and then, somebody had offered me a vehicle to use.
And I'm so sorry, could you speak up a little bit
So
so I
just
can
speak
hear?
that way So the judge.
I was, taking the bus for a while, and then, somebody had offered me a vehicle to use.
So currently you have access to vehicles or a vehicle, and you are driving here in Bear County, Texas. Not currently, obviously, you're in jail, but I mean, I'm saying previous to your arrest.
Previous to my arrest, I did have limited access to the vehicle.
No further questions, John.
Just very brief follow-up. Simon, how long have you been in custody?
About a month.
And on the day of the incident, you were still on the scene when police arrived, correct?
Yes.
And in fact, you were assisting with the crash and the victims.
Yes, I was.
So you didn't flee the scene. Police had an opportunity to arrest you if they wanted to.
That's right.
Nothing further.
All right. Any further witnesses?
No, Judge, we rest. Just
Any other evidence, state?
Not for the state.
All right.
We would ask for the
Want the
report,
report?
yeah.
I can make it.
We can
I
stipulate
could,
to-
well, I can stipulate the facts. if you like. Yeah. Would you like me to? Or you can.
Judge, just for the record, this was a vehicle accident. The police, they're alleging that a red light was ran and then there was a crash. That is the totality, I believe, of the facts that you need to know if the state, no alcohol, no drugs. They didn't even do field sobriety tests. The officer put in his report that he had no suspicions that our client was under the influence. If the state has any discrepancies or anything to add to the facts.
Nothing that, I mean, that's a very general rendition of the facts, obviously, Judge. And it's a red light, allegedly a red light that the defendant had, and that the victim and the occupants in that vehicle were turning left onto a road with a green light. And there is video of it that was shown to defense counsel this morning. And the driver of the vehicle turning the victim was the actual driver, and it was T-boned at that intersection. And again, as defense counsel did present to the court, there was no indication of alcohol use, and DWI officers were on scene.
Just so you have a general awareness of what the charges are, Judge, and then we have nothing to start from it.
All right, I'll hear argument.
Okay. Judge, Mr. Garza is a young kid, but he has no criminal history. He's never been arrested, not even since almost 2 years since the date of the accident. This is exactly that. It is a vehicle accident. He is not a danger to society. He's not a danger to our community. He is a nurse for all intents and purposes. He is hardworking, has family here. He's ties to the community. There's no indication that he will flee. There's no indication that he will not show up for his court dates. And bond is not meant to hold somebody. It is meant to ensure that they will appear. And for that reason, he has also stated that he cannot make this bond. And we are arguing that it should be lowered because there's no reason to hold him at 150,000. It's excessive given the facts. So we're asking for 50,000.
What about the safety of the community? Because the evidence that the court has received is that previously, before this alleged offense, and I'm not taking this offense as true, but both sides have just given me a rendition of what the police report says. But prior, under questioning, he's been stopped for going 83 miles per hour. And I think state said that ended in a crash, or no?
Judge, if you may, if
Yes.
I may, one, the manslaughter case that we have where he's in an accident running a red light, that is on October 13th, 2023. And then what I've got from the accused here is that on October 31st, roughly a couple weeks later or so in 2023, that's when he was not arrested, but ticketed for 83 or 86 miles an hour in a 70-mile-an-hour zone.
Okay, so do you want to address that?
Judge, we will happily agree to no driving, but I mean, people speed every day in our community. That doesn't necessarily mean they're a danger. This was one incident. If we agree to no driving any vehicles, I think there's no danger to society.
All right, state.
State's position obviously is that, I mean, it seems obvious that it is a danger to speed at any point, and it's especially after you've had a fatality accident or incident where a manslaughter is possible. Roughly 2 weeks later, you're going 86 in a 70-mile-an-hour zone. So the state's position is it is very dangerous, and that the individual has not presented that the fact that he couldn't make a $150,000 bond, but that the fact that he has possibly tried, but doesn't even know how much money has been raised or not raised, Judge. That's the state's position. It's just remain at $150,000.
All right, I'll give you the final argument because it's your motion.
Thank you, Judge. Just briefly, the state is saying that this is a seriously dangerous person to our community, yet they waited 1.5 years to file this case. If he was such a danger, why wasn't he arrested sooner? There has been no incidents since the date in 2023 that have caused any concern, and he has not been a concern to the state until now.
Okay.
There is no danger, Judge, and we're asking for 50,000.
All right, so just give me a moment. I'm going to think about this. Give me like 10 minutes. We're back on the record in 2025 CR 004128, State versus Simon Alexander Garza. All right, this is going to be the court's orders with regards to the bond reduction. I am going to grant the motion to reduce the bond. I'm going to reduce the bond to 100,000. And there's to be no driving. Are there any other conditions that are requested from the state?
The state be requesting GPS, Your Honor.
All right, there'll be a GPS. I'm going to ask that the fees be waived. They will be waived as long as he does it through the jail.
Judge, can we request partial so he can find another job?
Do you want tracking or partial?
State will agree with partial.
All right, so there'll be partial for employment. Is there anything else?
No, you're going to require an affidavit of most charges?
Yes. All right, thank you. Ms. Ferguson, if you'll give him a reset form, please. I keep trying to put her on the right track. She doesn't want to go on the track.
She wants to now.
I'm like, here's the path. I always give people two choices. I'm like, here's the path to prison. Here's the path to improving your life. And people sometimes just choose prison. We're not on the record. Why are you choosing prison?
Your Honor, I'm trying to get a job and get on my feet, get a space to live. I even started parenting classes in prison, in jail. So
But see, I mean, you keep doing these things and coming before me. And what do I always tell people? If you have an issue, you can come back to the court. We can try to figure out what's going on. And I always tell people, stop hanging your life, or what do they say? Hanging somebody on the stars and moon. You're thinking like this one person is going to be the person to change your life. And I really need this person in my life. And we're doing great when all, you know what we need to do? When you find chaos in your life, you need to calm down and you need to work on self before you try to get in a relationship. Because usually when you're in your own turmoil and chaos with criminal cases, you know what ends up happening? You attract people who have chaos in their life as well. And usually that person is not a good person. So what are you guys talking about?
On-
Go ahead.
On the new charge, Judge, she's going to enter a plea. It's gonna be a 1244. On the case she's on probation for, I think we're gonna agree to inpatient treatment. I believe it was with ISF.
Mhm.
I think primarily to get her the coping skill that she needs to make the right decisions, because it's clear she hasn't been making the right decisions. That's probably why you know her on a first name basis, because she's been.
Well, I mean, I know her because I remember the first time she came in. Then I remember the next time she came in, she was wearing yellow because she was pregnant. And then I remember the next time she came in, we were doing updates. Everything was going fine. I knew she was going to slide or fall off the rails because she ended up with somebody. And I was like, this is not going to work out. Usually, again, sometimes you meet a guy, that guy is fantastic. It's like out of a Hallmark movie. You know, with the Hallmark movies, what ends up happening, some lady is stranded on the side of the road and some guy picks her up. And it turns out that he owns a company in the town. He's a millionaire. One time, my mom and I were watching a Hallmark channel and the lady ends up marrying this millionaire. And guess what ends up happening? He ends up dying. We're like, this is supposed to be a Hallmark movie. And you know what ends up happening? She meets another millionaire. They end up getting married. So I knew that with the guy you had chosen, yours was going to turn into a Lifetime movie as opposed to a Hallmark movie. You got to get yourself together. So probation, this is what you all want to do? Give her another chance? We don't know. Are we sure about this? Let me ask you, are you available to come back this afternoon by Zoom?
Possibly can, Judge.
All right, can you do it by Zoom? Because this is something I'm gonna have to think about, okay? It appears that you all have an agreement on the 1244, so I'll look at that.
Okay.
And then the probation thing, I just really need time to step back and look at things, okay?
And just so you know, Judge, I've dealt with Ms. Tesley multiple times, and she just seemed like a different person this morning from when I'm usually dealing with, because usually she is kind of bucking any type of treatment. Because the state did give her two options, either prison or treatment. And I told her she would likely do more time in treatment than she would possibly in prison. And she said, no, I would prefer the treatment.
All right. So, and the other reason why I'm going to call you back, because I have a judges meeting that I have to be at. and some important decisions are going to be made. 1:30.
1:30 is fine, Judge. I can do Zoom by 1:30.
All right. So Ms. Ferguson will give you the Zoom link and then we'll do everything else. Okay. All right. The court is calling 2024 CR 012063 State versus Domingo Javier Villa. Could I have parties announced?
Andrew Harris, Animan for the state.
Eric Hernandez for the defendant, Mr. Villa.
And you're Mr. Villa?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, he entered a plea on April 21st of no contest. According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is recommending deferred adjudication. A PSI was ordered. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI and TAP evaluation?
Yes, Judge.
We have, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI or TAP evaluation, state?
No.
Defense, any objections?
None.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. We've reviewed the PSI and I know that they marked that the defendant has minimized guilt. Mr. Villa, in his statement, I don't think he's minimized guilt. He did accept responsibility. He realizes that The actions he took, including leaving his property, kind of removed any self-defense he could have alleged, and that's why he accepted responsibility for this. He is expecting his first child. His girlfriend is scheduled to be induced this evening at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. That'll be his first child. They're expecting a little girl. He does have gainful employment. His employer does do random UAs, not to suggest that the court doesn't need to do their own safeguards, but that is also one of the reasons why he has not used any marijuana or THC in the past year. This offense occurred when he was just over 18. We believe this is going to be an excellent opportunity for him to take something from this, learn something going forward, and we think he'll be a good candidate for deferral.
Okay. Anything you wish to say?
No,
Are you employed?
yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
I work at the kitchen in the Windland Foods. I'm the mixer prep. I mix vegetables for the mixed salsas.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
What type of vegetables? I'm
Oh,
always interested.
jalapenos, onions, and all that. Just mainly that fresh vegetables like tomatoes and all that from someone else.
Right.
And spice kits, all the spice.
I always have an intention to do that myself instead of buying it. It never works out. So what are your plans to do for the rest of your life? I see that you completed high school. So what is your dream job? What do you want to do?
Oh, I would like to stay here and become bigger there, supervisor and all that stuff. I want to have my family, my beautiful family, and support them and be a good man for my family.
All right. And these people that you were having issues with, are you still living in the same place?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you've moved?
Yeah, I know. I moved away, but I mean, they still live there. Whatever, just to know that we pass like nothing.
All right. And so do you have any occasion to go over there? There's no reason to be over there?
Yeah, just to go wash clothes at my mom's house and stuff. I mean,
Okay.
nothing happens. We just
They live about 3 houses away,
Yeah.
his mother and the complaining witness,
All right.
and his grandparents.
Yes, ma'am. My grandparents
Okay.
next to me.
All right. So they say that you're just a child and they just want you to apologize to their mom. That's all they want.
Yes.
And they said that's all they wanted from the beginning. They don't want you to go to jail. They want you to have probation. So this is what the court is going to do. And state you may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
The court is going to sentence you to 3 years deferred adjudication, 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. They're always great when you're expecting.
Thank you.
So I'm going to deduct 50 hours once he completes the parenting classes. The other 50 hours, there's going to be a letter of apology that you need to write to their mom.
Okay.
And once you've done that letter, then your community service hours will, another 50 hours will be deducted from your community service hours. Because sometimes with letters of apology and apologizing to people, sometimes you're not in the wrong, right? But then just apologizing cools down temperatures and then everybody is fine.
Okay. Sounds good.
So I'm gonna order that
Yes, ma'am.
because that's what they say that they want.
And you Honor, that's to be turned into probation? To the
Yes.
family directly?
Yes.
Thank you.
There is to be no contact with Nicholas Rodriguez or Romero Rodriguez. There's going to be proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular UAs, probation. Is there anything else you would recommend? Thank you. Let's do field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. All right, is there anything else you need from the court to help you?
No, ma'am.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. In this court, to be successful in probation, communication is key. If there is an issue, let your probation officer know. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to court and address it with me. What I can tell you is when you have children on the horizon, first off, the grandparents are going to be very excited. They may want to be overly involved, but let them be, because you'll need some help. And sometimes it can get stressful. And because you are doing probation, and it seems like it's a lot, if it gets too overwhelming, just let your probation officer know. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Just remain in the courtroom and probation will go over conditions with you.
Thank you.
All right, good
Well, I
luck.
don't know if it's important for the court's file, but he does work nights at this job that he works, so.
Okay.
Reporting in the morning during the day, he'll do his best to get there on time. He always shows up to court on time, but just, he does work nights.
Two to 10 p.m.
All right, be sure to let probation know about that, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you.
The worst thing you can do on this probation, of course, other than picking up a new offense, is to not report. You need to report, okay?
Sounds good.
All right,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
Your Honor.
You're welcome.
The judge grants Villa 3 years of deferred adjudication with conditions including community service, parenting classes, employment proof, random testing, and no contact with the listed complainants. The court also allows him to satisfy community service through parenting classes and a letter of apology, stressing that communication with probation is key as he prepares for fatherhood.